This video is brought to you by Asub12 Productions. Please subscribe to my channel and don't forget to enjoy the videos. Also, please try and comment and rate the videos. Thank you. Just a preference of mine. You don't have to do that at all, but you know, if you sort of like it to sort of organize things like that, then I highly recommend that. Anyway, div hash content is width of, again, 800 pixels. Oops. Height of, let's say, about 500 pixels for the moment. Put in a border, 1 pixel solid. Okay, there we go. We got this content, but that's actually pretty huge. I'm gonna lessen that down to about 200 there. Okay, and now, I was watching a video yesterday and I saw a really good site called, was filler text, I think. Fillertext.com, here it is. So you just sort of, you specify how many words you want here. See paragraphs, you can up the paragraphs. And then you just basically, you copy and paste it. Copy and paste that text, so you can just sort of see what your website looks like with text in it. Oh, that's overrunning a bit. Let's increase the size of this to 250 there. Okay, there we go. Okay, so that actually kind of looks a bit messy like that. Let's just reduce that down until it looks a bit better. 220. Okay, there we go. And finally, let's div our lost spacer. And div an ID of what should we call this? This can be copyright. Okay, and this is going to be pretty much the same size as our nav bar, so we can just copy and paste this here. And just change this to copyright. Okay, now we've got our copyright thing. Go back to here. Now, to make the copyright sign, you just have to use and copy colon. So that's sort of the same thing as this here. This is a space, this is a copy sign. So, and copy, or if you know the alt code, you could just do alt, you know, whatever, and then it will appear. If no one knows what that is, you can just hold alt and then go to your numpad and just press a couple of numbers, and you see lots of random letters come up. Anyway, and copy this 2008. Alright. Reserve. Okay, there we go. C Asub 2008. All rights reserved. So basically, this was just a quick tutorial about how you can sort of use all the things I've shown you with HTML to make a website. Oh, in fact, I've just remembered, going back to the beginning, I taught you about headers. So I'm just gonna make this a size 3 header. Okay, that looks a bit better. And of course, using headers, it spaces it out, so now it's not at the top, which is kind of nice. Oh, and of course, I forgot paragraphs with this big thing. I don't really use paragraphs myself. Bit of waste of time, I find, but. And yes, of course, again, that is let's change that back to 250. Hopefully, it should be okay now. Yeah, that looks good now. There's sort of equal space between here, up here, and here. Anyway, so this has just been a quick tutorial. Now, for other pages, all you really have to do is copy and paste this into a new file. So let's quickly create a new file. Control A to select all of it. Oops! Oh crap! I pressed print. Oh well, I'll sort that out later. Okay, Control A, Control C, and then into here. and save it as about.html. Okay, I'm just gonna grab the stuff I used on my now of course I'm not gonna be able to input all the bolts on this, but it should still look okay. Okay, now if we save that, refresh this, home, and then about, and you can see, well, you can't really see that well. In fact, I'm just gonna take half of this away and have this. Of course, you'll have to fiddle with the size of. Wait, what am I doing? You shouldn't be specifying a height. Sorry. For these, it should just auto do it. There we go. Okay, and now if we go back to home, it's auto assign the height to something suitable. So sorry, ignore all that stuff about the height and the style. Basically, if you don't have the height, except for spaces, sorry, you need the height for that, of course. If you don't have the height, it just decides the height for itself, and then that also means that all your pages can go back to this one style sheet without having to have multiple style sheets for different pages and all that. So anyway, I hope you've just enjoyed this tutorial. Oh, one last thing as well. For headers, if you want to put an image in here, it's probably best. How did I do it on my own side, I wonder? I would say it's probably best. Image top header, that must be it. Let's just check out the styles. Yeah, okay. As I thought, it's probably best to. Sorry, little interruption from my telephone there. So here I've used a background and just used a URL. So if you just want to do that, just go into the CSS here, and in the header here, you just want to put. Really, you don't have to put background dash color or dash image or whatever. You can just have background, but it's best to specify what you're going to be using for the background, and then you just have to put URL and then your URL here .com/images /image here, I guess, you know, and you can also specify a default color if the image fails to load or something. Yeah, so basically that's it. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. This has just been a quick one by Sub12, over and out.